So I'm with Josh here, and the reason why I teach so many short game lessons and I really focus with my students on starting with putting and working eventually to full swing is because that's where the majority of our strokes take place on the course. But also it's amazing when you start small and work to big how much better you get, and how much we increase our skills. And it's the same thing that you do in your full swing, what you do, your tendency is to do in the putting. So what we worked with Josh today on was he's a first-time client, and so again we started small, working on putting. What his tendency is to not commit to it, so he would peak up every time. And this is because golf is one of the only sports that I know where you're not looking at your target when you're actually making the motion. You're looking at your ball. Now there's a drill that you could do that you could just look at the hole and then just feel it. But ideally I think you want to look at the ball, make contact with the ball with your putting stroke, and then the rest will take care of itself. But what I was teaching Josh really is focusing on the process, and that's a big believer in pre-shot routine and doing the right pre-shot routine and process. And by focusing on that, I think you look at the British Open and what kind of happened with Adam Scott. It wasn't the fact that he doesn't have the technique, he doesn't have the ability. Obviously he did that the first 3 rounds. He got to the final hole, and I think what happened is the moment got to him, just like any major does to a lot of the players, and they end up not achieving the goal that they want. So by focusing on the process and just the target, because that's really all golf is hitting your target. If you can do that consistently, you're going to shoot consistently low scores. But that'll help you get to meet your goal rather than just focusing on result. And the result gets us into trouble. It causes us to get tight, and it causes us to make not a smooth and really tempo stroke that we want, like a 1-2. So by using drills, and I like to always stroke the ball to tees with our putting stroke, is because it's a smaller target, you're not seeing as much result, so if you miss the tee, it's okay, at least you gave it a chance. And that's the last thing I always say before I hit the ball, is give it a chance. And so I really want you to focus, just like Josh, on hitting to tees, not just hitting to the cup and then missing, and that really hurts your confidence. Focus on the smallest target possible, work on your rhythm, work on the things that are going to help you improve when you go out to the golf course rather than just going through the motions. And just see what happens to your short game. The Red Zone Challenge hits on a lot of this stuff, and that's kind of where I got a lot of my information from. But really focus on the process, and the results will take care of themselves.